In a series of bold statements, Trump advisor Stephen Miller claimed there was mass voter fraud and that presidential power is beyond question. We'll critically analyze these claims, delve into his contentious past from high school, and explore his alleged links to known white nationalist Richard Spencer.
First up, let's unpack what Stephen Miller actually stated. He asserted that the president's power will not be questioned and suggested widespread voter fraud carried out by non-citizens.
This is a judicial usurpation of power. The end result of this, though, is that our opponents, the media, and the whole world will soon see, as we begin to take further actions, that the powers of the president to protect our country are very substantial and will not be questioned. And the bottom line is the president's powers in this area represent the apex of executive authority. We will have unquestioned military strength beyond anything anybody can imagine. We have a president who has done more in 3 weeks than most presidents have done in an entire administration.
Stephen Miller made two distinct assertions regarding voter fraud. Let's examine the facts, as provided by researchers and officials, that effectively dismantle both claims.
And actually, from the Chicago Times, it reads, it says, quote, the researcher in the study that Miller cites actually stated that on the right, there has been a tendency to misread our results as proof of massive voter fraud, which in their eyes, they don't believe exists. The researcher that this guy quotes to try to make us have this overwhelming fear that 14% of non-citizens are voting. In actuality, they're saying that 14% of non-citizens are registered to vote, but the people who did the research themselves concluded that they are not voting, that it is not actual voter fraud.
To gain insight into the man behind these assertions, we turn to recollections from a high school classmate of Miller's. He recalls Miller as a provocateur, one who was often booed for incendiary comments, yet believed his speeches were effective.
He thrives on people not liking him. At a certain point in his life, he realized he would just be an insignificant little shit unless he was able to piss people off. While giving a speech on why he should be the school's president, he was booed off stage by 4,300 people when he said, "Why do we have to clean up after ourselves when we pay janitors to do that?" I saw him later that day, and he talked about how well he thought the speech had gone.
Finally, our analysis reveals Stephen Miller's association during college with white nationalist Richard Spencer. A report from Mother Jones highlights how they collaborated on an anti-immigration debate, with Spencer himself verifying their connection.
Spencer says Miller helped him with fundraising and promotion for an on-campus debate on immigration policy that Spencer organized. Skip a few lines. Another former member of the DCU confirmed that Miller and Spencer worked together at the event at DCU. According to a past president for the group, Miller denounced multiculturalism and expressed concerns that immigrants from non-European countries were not assimilating.
In conclusion, Stephen Miller emerges as a lifelong provocateur, advancing an agenda that is both factually unsubstantiated and deeply entwined with extremist ideology.